I'm Rabbi Jay Karzan.
And I'm Rabbanit Ruby Ray Karzan.
And Tape with Rabbi Doug is next.
Go to watch Rabbi Doug on the TV tonight.
Forget about the network programs. Forget about all the great cable shows. There's only one thing for me on Mondays and Tuesday nights. Rabbi Doug.
We're going to see Rabbi Doug. We're going to watch Rabbi Doug. Yeah, we're going to watch Rabbi Doug on your TV tonight.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. Glad you could be with us today. My guest today is Professor Nava Ben-Zvi. She is the president of Hadassah College of Technology in Jerusalem, Israel. And welcome to Chicago and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You are in Chicago and brought here by Hadassah in Chicago, the Hadassah group of Chicago. And you are here to speak to them about education, higher education, the high-tech community, and what Hadassah College is all about, and what education is doing in Israel right now with its students to help prepare them for the high-tech world of the future. Tell us a little bit, first of all, how does someone become the president of Hadassah College? Were you a college professor before that? Were you involved with any other colleges before you came to Hadassah? And what is your connection that brought you to Hadassah College?
I'm a Sabra. I was born in Tel Aviv and I made Aliyah to Jerusalem. I had all my studies in chemistry, and I know that everybody loved chemistry in high school. And I was a professor of chemistry at the Hebrew University. But for many years I have been involved in science education, education through technology, and issues of higher education. Now when I look back at it, it's quite natural that I was recruited to be a president of Hadassah College, and when now I understand much better what Hadassah is all about, which means Zionism, education, health, community, then I think I came to the right place for myself, because I really have all the background and all the missions of Hadassah come true in my work at the college.
Uh-huh. You have been at Hadassah College for how long?
3 years.
3 years. And before that, you were teaching at Hebrew University?
Right.
Uh-huh. Chemistry is a subject close to me because my father was a chemistry teacher as well, and he's a chemist and retired teacher because he's in the office of applied business now, but a lot of our viewers have my father as a teacher. Tell me this, what is Hadassah College of Technology? What is special about the technology aspect of Hadassah College compared to a place like we would say in Chicago? When people think of technology, they think of the Illinois Institute of Technology. It's probably the most popular technological college in Chicago. What is a school of technology? What is the difference between that and a general university that someone might go to?
Let me tell you what is special about Hadassah College in general, because Hadassah College tries to be a model of a place that recruits students that for them to enter the gates of a regular university is something that they will never dare to think about. Hadassah College of Technology is situated in the heart of Jerusalem, and it caters to the needs of students that cannot, as I said, necessarily come to a regular university, but have the drive and have the ability but never had the opportunity. When we talk about technology in our college, we talk about it in two different ways. We are teaching about technology, but we live in a very technological environment. We are very high-techish on one way, we are very human on the other. I know that they are not opposites of the same thing, but we have both in the college.
What is Hadassah College bending towards? What is their goal in the future? For example, do they expect to be growing and being a leader in technological colleges, or is it got its place, its makom in Yerushalayim where it is, to continue on the same derech, the same path that they're on right now?
Hadassah College, first of all, is a specialized college. We are not jack of all trades. We are specializing in two areas that are very close to the thinking of Hadassah. One area is in the health sciences, and the other area is communication and technology. And what we are trying to do is to become broader in our offering to the students, to give our students tools for the workplace when they graduate, and to be very sensitive to changing needs and changing abilities of the industry outside the college. So what we are trying to do, if we started 30 years ago, when I wasn't there, but the college started 30 years ago, the woman who started the college, Esther Gottesman of blessed memory, she said that the college will continuously change with the needs of society. It started as a community college, a 2-year college of the lowest level of professions. Then it became a technical college with technical offerings. Then it became technological college, and today it's not only a technological college, but it's an academic institution. So you look very carefully and you take examples from the best places in the world and you try to educate them in the highest level of professionalism, but also to become them what you will say, להיות בני אדם in Hebrew, and I'm sure
to be good people.
To be good people. So we are trying to work very hard on the community work, and we are trying also to work with those students that are challenged in many different ways. Altogether, we call it an A to Z place, because we have programs for high school students that can take honor programs or AP programs at our college. We have pre-academic courses for those that never had the opportunities before, either because they are new immigrants or because they come from deprived areas. We have the regular program for degree or for associate degree, and eventually you can come back to us to a project that is called Tachlis Center, which means in Hebrew Tachlit Center, which means that you come for lifelong learning studies, that you can retrain, you can look again at your life and see where you want to go. And what I say to our students when they come on the first day to school, I say, oh, you definitely get the best education, but mostly you get lots of love. And they look at me like a crazy lady. And a few months later, they come to me and they say, wow, we start to understand about love.
Well, I think that's an important thing. Before we went on the air, you said to me, I'm a savta already, I'm a grandmother already.
Right.
I said, what nicer thing than to have your grandmother running your school for you when you're in the university.
It sounds very, very professional.
That's very nice. That's very nice. I think that the intimacy and the very, very close nature of what you're saying is important, especially, like you say, for people who need to find that special place like Hadassah College. Tell me about your students. Are your students mostly Israelis? Are they foreigners, such as Americans who might come to Israel and say, I want to go to university in Israel, and the college that I've chosen is Hadassah College, or from Europe? Where do your students come from, and are they all Jewish, or are they not all Jewish?
We have 1,500 students, mostly girls, I'm proud to say. About 60% are girls, which is very unusual for a technological college. We have 7% Arabs. The rest are Jewish. Some are Orthodox. Some are secular. Some are very right-wing. Some are very left-wing. They come, about 60% of them come from Jerusalem, but the 40% are from all over the country. We have new olim, what you will ask. We don't have foreigners. Nobody is foreigner to us. Mm-hmm. But we have new olim. About 30% are new olim, which means that they immigrated to Israel with their families or alone in the last 5 years. But many more of them, about almost 50% of our students, don't have Hebrew as their mother language. And there are the regular age group, like in Israel, that kids go to school after the army. They are in the early 20s. Some are already married, some are not. And they are all very beautiful. Believe me.
Well, you would think that you would have more women than men as students, more females than males, being that Hadassah is a woman Zionist organization group. Tell me a little bit about Hadassah itself. It's Hadassah College. What is the connection to people who join Hadassah in Chicago, Illinois, and want to be part of this Zionist group of Hadassah? What is the connection between Hadassah here and Hadassah College?
First of all, it's a question of ownership. Hadassah College is part of the very important project that Hadassah does in Israel and around the world. And for me, when I come here to speak to the people, I speak to them about the 1,500 students, the 300 employees, that all of them are very thankful for the partnership. It's not a one-sided game. Hadassah and the college work together all the time. And it's about ideas, it's about connections, it's about financial aid, it's about mission. It's really for Hadassah. And some people ask me even a harder question that you just asked. Why does Hadassah need a college? Because Hadassah was always a pioneer in whatever was done in Israel. And for them to have a college is not just to have a college, and not just to have a college in the heart of Jerusalem, but to have a place that other colleges can model after. A place that you don't only give people education, but you give them profession. Our students, when you look at the students that graduated in the last couple of years, either they go to the workplace or they go to graduate school. We have many of our students in graduate school. Some of them got very high awards on a national level. And I think the fact that Hadassah tries to create the future of the young people, that's part of the thing that makes Chicago people so excited. You sit here, you watch the lake, you see the beautiful skies, and you know that somewhere in Jerusalem a heart is beating and saying thank you and be with us.
Very nice. Well, I think we should take a look at Hadassah College a little bit, and we have some film from Israel about Hadassah College. So stay with us here on Taped with Rabbi Doug as we take you to Jerusalem and take a look at Hadassah College. And Professor Ben-Zvi, we will be back in just a moment. Welcome back. I'm here with Professor Nava Ben-Zvi, the president of Hadassah College. And what a beautiful place. It looks very nice. It looks like the students are all having a good time in school, and I think enjoying your higher education is an important part of going to college. Tell me something about education in Israel in general. Do you think that education in Israel has become more of a priority than it was in the past, or do you think that it's leveled off?
Education has always been a priority and a high priority. As a matter of fact, you could see in the video the visit of the lady in red is our Minister of Education, Limor Livnat. And if she decided to start a school year in a college, in a technological college in Jerusalem, it means that she really cares and the government really cares about education. On the other hand, you know, the times in Israel are not the regular times. And we don't have education as our first priority now. But people care about it. People care about the college idea in higher education. Because till a few years ago it was the big universities, the 7 wonderful universities, and colleges were not in existence. The fact that colleges were invented and they were able to proceed in their education means that people care more about how older people, younger people will be educated. And we are doing our best to take care of education, and I wish we had better times so that we could easier get to where we want.
From the things we looked at in the video, what do you think would be unique that we saw in the video about Hadassah College?
The blend of the old of the new. You know, one of the things is that you want to give them the more current education possible. But when you go through Hadassah College, you see the old tradition of Hadassah. You see the picture of the old building which used to be the Rothschild Hospital and was given to Hadassah organization in the 1919. And then you see the very high-techish building of Hadassah College Center of Technology. And you see the play of the old and the new. And you see the students. And you see the different professions that, like I said before, are very high-level professions in society. And I think you see really a city college. As a matter of fact, I feel that we are the only city college in Israel that really is located in a downtown area. I'm fond of saying that we are in the middle of triangle, the business area of Jerusalem, the Haredi quarter, and the Arab quarter. And we are an example of how coexistence can really be in an institute.
Successfully.
Hopefully, yes.
Hadassah College, Hadassah Hospital, which is also in Jerusalem, are supported by the Hadassah organization, which is a nonprofit organization and a Zionist organization. Tell me, does the college have any connection to the hospital at all?
Oh, we have many connections. First of all, as I mentioned, we have health sciences studies, and the studies, some of it are taught by teachers from the hospital. The hospital, whenever they want to have some artwork or some special promotional work, they come to the college, to our student in the print department, to our student in industrial design, and we work together. We try to work together as much as we can. They have a very beautiful and special center for women health. Our people at the college work with them to extend where the center gets and to get to all the professional people. We definitely work together. Our clinics in the clinical departments are part of the clinics of the hospital. And I believe that this synergistic effect that we help them and they help us, and the Hadassah is so popular in Israel, so it brings something very special to both of the institutions.
Very nice. What is your goal in traveling to the United States from Hadassah College in Jerusalem and speaking to Hadassah groups and others? What is your goal to speak to them about on your trip here?
It's a double goal. First of all, it's friend-raising. Some people didn't hear about the college. Till recent years, it was a quiet and wonderful place that people didn't know about. The second one is fundraising, to tell people here that we continue to need any possible help in order to grow, in order to give more opportunities, in order to touch people's lives in many different ways. We need help, and people are very open, very generous, very understanding, and more of them are coming to the college. At least they are bashful to tell me that they have not been there in the last couple of years.
Very nice, very nice. You, as you mentioned, are in the heart of Jerusalem. For those who aren't aware of the actual location, there have been a number of incidents not far from your college of terrorism in the past couple of years. Can you tell me how that's affected the college, the staff, the students, and the overall attitude of the people who live in the area?
You know, we try to lead our life in the college like in a bubble, but you cannot. Some people drop. Some people were killed. Some people lost their dear ones. Some people are afraid to come. They feel very secure in the college, and I hope that it is a very right feeling. I'm worried. You know, I feel like a mother to all those children, and I find myself in almost the last 2 years coming at 7 o'clock in the morning, leaving at 10 o'clock with the last student. And I feel that, yes, I'm worried. And as a matter of fact, the discrepancy between what we have inside the walls of the college, which is a beautiful garden and a beautiful setting and the beautiful students, as I say, and the outside that is threatening. You know, you have to raise your eyes and look for the rainbow. I think that's the thing that when we talk about it in the college, we talk about it that being a model for coexistence is the only thing that we can do for the future of our country. And it's not simple. But it's very quiet inside the college. But many of our students are in the army, and we have set special programs to help them come back. Yes, it is a difficult time. It's not simple. For me personally, my young son is in the army. My son-in-law goes a lot to the army. But this is our country.
Beautiful.
And we have to pray.
Absolutely, absolutely. After the incident at Hebrew University, where so many people were killed, you beefed up your security in Hadassah College to prevent something like that happening?
A day before it happened at Hebrew University, where I lost a very, very close friend of mine, there was an attack at Hadassah College, but they didn't manage to get into the college. We continuously rethink the way we do our security. We put a lot of effort, thinking, and money into security, and we try to do our best. It's very difficult to fight terror because you don't know where it comes from, but you have to do some predictions and to try to be very professional as much as you can. And yes, we take very good care of our students.
Very nice. Tell me this. I did ask you this before, and we got off on other subjects. Are there any students that aren't Jewish at Hadassah University, or any Arabic students at Hadassah University?
Yes, we have
Hadassah
about
College?
7 to 8% Arab students, mostly from the Galilee, and some of them from mid-country area. And they are studying variety of courses. And we didn't have any problem between our students. We didn't have any clashes. Maybe because our slogan says, a degree at Hadassah College, it works. And I believe that most of the people that come to the college really come to study. We don't have, maybe because we are a small college, and maybe because we are naive, but we don't have all those fights and energized discussions that you see in the bigger universities. And we are very careful, and we believe that people really want to be together and to study.
Very nice. You are the first woman head of the college at Hadassah College. You would think that they always had women at the head of the college because it's Hadassah. Do you think that changes the outlook or the vision of the college, having a woman in charge? Certainly having you in charge as your personal vision there. But do you think having a woman in charge of Hadassah College has changed the vision from the presidents of the college who were men before you?
I want a little bit to correct you. I'm not only the first woman to preside on Hadassah College, but to preside on a college in Israel.
Uh-huh.
I think from history, and you can give even better examples.
You're the Golda Meir of colleges.
Okay, you said it. But you know from history, and if you go to biblical times, women knew to make a difference. And I don't want to say anything against men, but I believe that we bring with us intuitive thinking, a much broader thinking that brings a sense of a home and a family into education. Once we get to be presidents, we continue to be nice, but we are very determined and we have goals. And I think at night when our students are working on projects and when I go through the different departments, they like the idea that a woman is talking to them and they can sometimes cry, sometimes laugh together. And yes, I think that we women, as part of the Hadassah organization and more, we try to know what we are doing and we want to do it the best.
Very nice. Very nice. Do you plan on staying with Hadassah College until you retire from education? Is that your goal? Do you think this is a short-term or a long-term position for you? Because it's certainly, as you said, you work my hours, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. You're certainly not, 19 years old. You've been in the field for many years. You're a professional. You're a seasoned professional. And those are long hours for a seasoned professional to work. Do you feel you'll be able to do this for long term?
As I have been doing it for the last 120 years, as you mentioned before, I will continue to do it. And I don't believe that in education you can have a real good, worthwhile goal that is short term. So I hope that I can stay for a long term and make a difference. And I don't do it myself. I want to make it clear. Nobody does anything by themselves. I do it with all the good people that work with me and all Hadassahs that support us.
Very nice. Well, as you started at 29 and now you've been there 3 years, at 32 you should be there for 120 years in good health. And I just wish you much success at Hadassah College. I love your vision of education and love and intimacy within the whole organization as you have conveyed today. And I just really wish you a lot of success. I want to thank my guest, Professor Nava Ben-Zvi, the president of Hadassah College. Nava, do you have a personal email address that our viewers who might want more information or to ask you anything might be able to reach you at?
Of course.
Could you tell us that?
You want to write it
And
down?
we'll flash it at the end of the show,
It's
too.
president at Hadassah, everybody knows to spell Hadassah, of course, -COL for college, .AC for academia, .IL.
Very nice. And we will flash that at the end of the show. I want to thank you again, Professor Nava Ben-Zvi, the president of Hadassah College. I want to thank you, all our viewers, for being with us. Remember that we are on every week at this time, so stay with us next week once again, right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Shalom.
Ach, honey, in your